Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Koshlorbam for Dwarf Fortress. So I've been playing quite a bit actually, off camera in various fortresses, and what I've done is I've reorganized my Dwarf Therapist significantly, my labor list. So normally what it looks like is this. You've got normal, labor's full. And so this is the normal interface, right? It's got them grouped in ways that make no sense to me. So I changed it all, and now it looks like this. To do that, if you're curious on how to actually make that happen, you've got to have your docs grid views opened. And then what you do is you pick one, like say labor's full, right-click, copy. That'll create a copy of it, and then you can go here, you select labor's full copy, and then you go to edit, and then you can change it all around and regroup things and stuff like that. Now you might be wondering, well, what's the point? Why do you wanna regroup them? Well, the primary benefit for me is that when you right-click on a group, you can toggle a whole group at a time, kind of like when you toggle on and off all hauling. So for instance, some of the things that I changed is like I moved recover wounded to the hauling labor because that makes sense to me. I moved soap making to doctoring because soap is tied to doctoring, and so it makes sense to me. I moved plant gathering in with the hunting labors because if you're hunting, you're outside, it makes sense to me, etc., etc. So basically just things that make sense. I gave miners the things that are very rarely done, like architecture and mechanics, because miners are always really interested in finding something else to go and do. Like they're constantly looking for anything to get out of mining, and I think it's totally fine for them to just run off and do quick mechanics, like make a mechanism or do a little bit of architecture. And so that'll work fine. I've grouped together, these are the same as normal, but I haven't actually applied this to this fortress yet, but we're going to do that. I'm going to go with this new set of things. I'm still very sick, so I apologize. Oh gosh, I can hardly breathe. Anyway, alright, so we've got a wood burner. Yeah, I don't know about that actually. So basically, like the wood category, you've got the woodcutter, carpenter, bower, woodcrafter, wood burner, potash, and lime making. It's all related to the wood industry. This one guy here is yeah, I guess we'll leave wood burning on, it's okay. But I found this to be very effective at keeping dwarves very busy. And we're going to go ahead and get rid of these. Rather than use the optimizer, I messed around with the optimizer a bunch again. And I don't know, I can't seem to find settings that really give me exactly what I want. So, plus, with this specific fortress, we've had very few migrants. It's just nuts how very few we've been getting. We got tons of food, tons of booze. We've got 20 iron, no fuel. Looks like, are we out of wood? We're pretty low on wood. I'm playing zoomed out further again because there's still a couple minor issues with text will be text. Let's make sure that auto butcher is on. It's on, it's watching, good. It's ordered up the butchering of 48 chickens. That seems fine. I can barely breathe. We're not in the middle of a siege. What I want to do is, we've got claystone, seems to be the primary type of stone that we're finding. So let's do this. We're going to create a mason's workshop. Actually, a couple of them. And then we're going to go pile stone. And we'll make sure that we get some claystone up here. That's going to be an other stone. We'll forbid all, and then search for claystone. And we'll have 3 wheelbarrows, even though we only have 10 dwarves. It's pretty high priority to get some claystone up there. And then once these masons things are done, actually, can we even give? Yes, we can, before they're even built. So by giving from a stockpile to the mason's workshop, that's making it so that these workshops will only use claystone. And then we're going to make a whole bunch of claystone blocks. We'll use those blocks to build out a wall, and it will be great. Gonna get rid of most of that. Rotten wild boar man. There's a lot of rotten wild boar men. The fortress attracted no migrants this season. I think that I chose a dead civ. I think our civilization died. Koshlorbam. We're gonna have to breed our way out of this problem. Now, if that's the case, we definitely need to make some bedrooms. Oh, we already have 2 floors of bedrooms. Good. Good, good, good. Still need to designate out this floor as bedrooms. Do we? Huh. I might have already done this, but I swear I just selected a room that didn't have it. Alright, well, it's definitely done for sure. Now. We could start trying to smooth stuff. Smoothing stone does improve value, but for the most part, right now, what I want to do is establish a perimeter defense. We really don't need 2 miners at the moment. I'm going to untoggle you and turn you into a stoneworker. Yeah, it doesn't seem to matter how much Dayquil or NyQuil I take, I cannot breathe at all. I'm completely stuffed up. There's so many damn birds. And do we really not have a butcher? We have no one that can do this for us? Current job. 3 with no job. Despite having like 30 animals designated for butchery. Oh, trust me, you guys have jobs. Do I have... you know what I probably did? I probably saw them constrained. No, I don't. Are the doors still locked? No. What the hell are you idiots doing? Get out here. There's work to be done. There definitely is. Just 10 dwarves. All by ourselves. It's brutal. What are you doing? Why are you dragging that thing up there? Why would you do such a thing? Well, we've got a bunch of weapon racks. I don't remember why I made those. I'm sure there was a reasonable explanation. See, normally by now we would have like... oh, I don't know, 50 dwarves? If we had attracted migrants. We don't even have the broker skill. I swear, I think our civilization's dead. Let's take a look. Civilizations... Blugothrarabus is the kobold. We got the dwarven civilization. No, it's not a dead civ. I don't get it. We need to create some wealth. I mean, what are they all doing right now? Individual combat drill training session. That's probably the problem. Go inactive. There's no combat. Just get work. Just work. There's only 10 of you. In fact, we've got 1 child, so it's really 9 dwarfs. Just 9. Trying to run a whole fortress. It's tough. Let's keep looking at this, see if we can optimize this a little bit better. So 1 miner for 9 dwarves seems pretty good. 3 masons is excessive, but I really want to get some walls built. Got a couple of these things, that's fine. The plant gatherer, hauler guy. There's apparently a fairly significant bug in the current version of Dwarf Fortress that makes it so that hunters won't reload their ammo unless you undesignate them as a hunter. So we're just not going to do any hunting because I don't feel like doing that every time. But if you look at the hunter, right here, see that indicator there? Missing backpack, helm, wood shield, 28 ammo, iron warhammer, mail shirt. That's probably because of the squad that they're in. They're all part of the speechless letters. Found some more iron. Man, you know, this would be a great... I mean, it's a great map. We got iron if we just had more dwarves. I wonder if maybe honestly we can just stop mining for now. I think we will. We don't need to dig anymore. He'll end up just throwing his pick on the ground, probably. I don't know where he left it. Yeah, you know what? Someone probably put it in the weapon stockpile. I'm pretty sure I made a weapon stockpile somewhere. There. It'll end up going where it belongs. Alright, our mason's workshops are done. We need to make rock blocks. And we'll put them on repeat. Now, one thing I did is that I created a secondary like launch file. So when you load dfhack, it's got this init file, an initialization file. I created dfhack on load, which makes it so that whenever the game loads in, it runs these commands. And so in order to make it run the actual thing, run Arumba's workflow constraints on game load, you have to have this line here. Lua dfhack on state change on load script, function state if state. If it's loaded, once the world's loaded, then print in the dfhack command console, run command script dfhack on load.init and blah 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 blah. So what that does, blah 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 blah, is just load this thing, which then initiates a whole bunch of workflow commands and establishes my kind of preferred fortress stockpile levels. So it goes through and it right now I've got it setting the text will be text tile size to 16 by 16 because I like that right now. It's easy to change here to 24 by 24 or whatever. I want maxed out food. I want the raw materials for the windmill bedrooms. Got dining rooms. Storage is things like bins, barrels, large pots. Hauling, I've got wheelbarrows. And then for farming, we've got bars of ash, milk, lye, yarn. Yarn is shearing, that shears animals. Cheese, ash, potash. Coal, I want to have bars of coal, also bars of coke, because coal and coke are totally different. One coke comes from like bituminous coal or lignite, like metal ores get turned into coke. And then coal comes from burning wood. And then as I continue to get more things like this, I'll probably, and actually I think I will just do this now, go ahead and add in bar inorganic and then just put iron. And then blocks of inorganic. So this is my rock blocks. I want to have like up to 500 blocks. Now, if you're curious where these commands come from, like how to actually generate them, the easiest thing to do is to be while you're playing Dwarf Fortress, like go here, do the Alt-W, add a constraint, and then instead of trying to look up the raws, you just go into dfhack and you type workflow list commands. And that'll list all the commands that are being used right now in your workflow constraints list, which is here. It lists these commands, and then you copy paste these. Well, you actually can't copy paste. I don't know how to copy paste from a command interface, but you just type that out, flask inorganic, blah blah blah. So anyway, that's how that happened. So I've I just add on rock blocks and then put it on repeat, and it'll make up to 500 of them. And so we're going to build a little fortress defense design that I've been using. Hopefully 10 dwarves, or 9 actually, is going to be enough. And if it's not, then, well, we're kind of SOL. But, it's fine. We've got all these jugs. We've been making rock jugs and claystone jugs. These are kind of silly. I don't want to make those anymore. What's this all about? The troglodyte is fighting. Oh, good. It's a troglodyte coming into our... Okay, it looks like the dog is beating the crap out of a troglodyte. What are you idiots doing down in the thing? Are you really chopping down trees down here right now? I don't want you to do that anymore. That seems unnecessarily dangerous at the moment. Also, that "oast" sound, I thought at first they were saying ghost. It's like the dwarvish language for fear. They're saying, like, I'm scared. I really dislike that sound effect. I'm thinking about just removing it. Because it just sounds like they're spamming ghost. Ghost, ghost. It's just obnoxious. So, anyway, let's get rid of some of this stockpile. Let's, we're gonna make like a courtyard, and then some walls with crenellians. and fortifications that we can shoot through and go from there. All these damn plants need to go away, so we're going to build floors so that it's not so cluttered and we can actually have a nice little pretty courtyard. We'll use the courtyard for training so that the dwarves can, the military dwarves will be willing to go outside without getting sun sickness. Dwarves don't like the sun. They spend too much time underground. So the good news is that they're all working with the current labor list, but what are you idiots doing? Stop it with your individual combat drills. I've got you guys on inactive, and you're just deciding to go and do training. That's really annoying. There's not enough of you to actually do combat. So here, tell you what, squad, select all, and remove from squad. It is advisable, yes. Yes, commit. Get the hell out of the squad. I'm more concerned about getting work done. If we build a better defense wall and actually get the fort established, then I think we'll do a better job. Yeah, Penner Pasture, forge iron mill shirts, make rock nest box. Yeah, I don't think we need more rock nest boxes, actually, right now. Those jobs will still stay queued up. I want to see, do I have rock pots still being made somewhere in a craftsdwarf's workshop? If I do, I want to stop using those. We want to use wooden pots. They're a little bit trickier because you can't sell them to the elves because they get upset about the wood. But they are... oh, right, and I forgot. Somebody had pointed this out. The reason why we're getting... our food stockpile was totally full. Or something. There's some reason why prepared food's not allowed in this stockpile. This is the prepared food stockpile, so that's what's going wrong. We'll let prepared food go there too. And then we'll stop rotting all of our food. That was really stupid. We should have much larger stockpiles. We'll designate out another area, but I don't think we're going to be able to, I don't have a miner right now. That's fine, but that'll become more food stockpile. Alright, so we got some claystone blocks being built. Let's start building some walls. We'll have box select on. We'll make hollow. And then we're going to go something like that. And we want to just use the claystone blocks. Many as we've made already. So the reason why you want to build with blocks is because they weigh significantly less than rock. Just rock boulders do. And you get 4 rock blocks for every single boulder. So they use the wheelbarrow to bring the blocks up, and then a mason turns them into 4 rock blocks. And then the blocks are very easy for them to come over, and they're easy to haul, and they're also really quicker. They're much quicker to build, and they're supposedly less... It's more difficult for enemies to climb smooth stone than it is rough stone, and when you build using blocks, you get smooth stone. If you build using regular boulders, you get rough stone. So, whatever. Plus, rock blocks are worth more, and everything that you build is worth money, so hopefully we'll actually build some wealth up and we'll get some more migrants. But in the meantime, we're just going to establish some walls. We'll have a single interior layer that's going to have floor. That'll be the inner courtyard. We'll have a second row of walls that is going to be larger for farming and for pasturing large animals. And then above those floors will be like a catwalk, you know, something for archers to walk around the perimeter and be able to shoot at whatever comes at us. But we're going to have to build it pretty tall because in this version of Dwarf Fortress now, units can actually jump and they can climb, and it's much harder to protect your fortress. So, okay, well, I'm going to take a break here. I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.